Hey everyone, it's Eva. I'm so happy to share this with you guys because this is my favorite DIY of Halloween, only because when I was watching Catching Fire, I absolutely fell in love with Katniss's wedding dress, and I just knew I had to remake it, but a wearable version for Halloween. I can't wait to share this process with you guys, so let's just get right into it. First thing you're going to need is a dress of some sort or a corset. Corset is preferred. However, you really need to make sure that this does have wiring in it because you need something to help hold up the wings. Because I'm going to be covering the bottom half of the tutu, I'm just going to draw a line to let myself know where it's going to end. Laying the dress down flat on a table, we're going to start gluing white feathers onto the right breast. It would really help to have a reference picture for this just so you have a general idea of where the feathers go. Make sure you avoid the left breast because that one does not have any feathers on it. When the left breast is covered, start angling it down towards the right side, but make sure that you do keep avoiding the right breast. When you're done with the front, cover the entire back using the same method. Now onto the wings or the silver details. Lay some wax paper or parchment paper on top of your dress for wherever your wings are going to be. Now just grab your hot glue gun and go crazy, but please make sure that you are well stocked on glue gun glue because this actually went through like 3 fresh packs, which is a ton of glue. When you're done your original design for your wings, then you're just going to want to go over it a couple times, maybe 2 to 3 times just to get a nice thick line because you really need this to be sturdy. Now I found that these wings were still flimsy, so I needed something to make it more stiff. So I used shish kebab sticks. However, I did cut it off later because I found that these stood out way too much. So I would recommend that you get wires instead or toothpicks, which are much more thinner and more discreet. It also helps with the blending to go over every single stick or wire with glue gun glue. Kind of just wiggle it around, trying to make some squiggles here and there. When you have 2 wings, one for the front and one for the back that are sturdy enough, you're going to want to get a protected surface and start spray painting it silver. At this point you can add glitter if you'd like, but my spray paint was already pretty glittery, so I decided not to. And when this side is dry, you're going to want to flip it over and do the same. Now onto the tutu, you're going to need a white ribbon that goes around your waist that you can tie into a bow. Now with 3 to 4 inch wide tulle, you're going to want to fold it in half and then put it under the ribbon and then through the loop. You can do this with 2 strips at a time if you'd like, but continue doing it until your tutu is full and fluffy enough. Alright, so this step is optional, but I found a mini children's tutu at the dollar store with fabric under, and I thought this would be the perfect thing to complete the dress. However, if you can't find something like this, but you're capable of sewing, you can always just make a skater skirt, a mini version. To soften the contrast between the dress and the skirt, I'm just going to be adding some feathers just so it looks almost like the feathers are extending onto the skirt. So because my dress is cream and it's supposed to be white, it really bugged me. So with some leftover tulle and no specific technique in particular, I'm just gluing it right on top of the breast where it's clearly cream. Alright, so now to put everything together, I really recommend that you wear the dress because we all have natural contours in our body and everybody's different shapes. So you're going to want to make sure that you have your dress on, and please do not burn yourself doing this, but carefully glue on the wings. I found that the best way of doing this was to only glue the top portion while you had it on, and for the waist onwards, you can just glue this on while it's flat. Because our backs are pretty straight, you can definitely glue it on while on the table because if you did have it on, I'm pretty sure there's no way of doing it by yourself without burning yourself. If the wings ever overlap the zipper or whatever the closure is, all you have to do is just cut right down the wings and then just move it to the side out of the way. As for the bottom of the wing, if you wanted to overlap the tutu, then you basically just don't have to glue it at all. After that, you're done your Katniss-inspired wedding dress. Now you can go rock it, and especially if you're going to masquerade, I think this would be perfect. If you did like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and let me know down below which one of my Halloween videos was your favorite. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you next week. Bye!